Hi there. Sorry for the interruption. We restart. It was the power cut here. The internet issue doesn't matter. So, hi everybody. Here I am with my everyday Facebook Live. It's there on the LinkedIn also, and it's there on the YouTube also, where I give you all the text that I usually deal with you every day. So, it's my just exhortation to you, if you want to crack any international exam, be it IELTS or anything else, you need to have English proficiency, and you have to prove your English proficiency. And the major pillar to improve your language proficiency is your vocabulary. And vocabulary is a strong pillar that adds on to your language proficiency, be it English or whatever language you are planning to learn. So, if you're dreaming, you want to work outside, study outside, you want to migrate outside, uh, you have to prove your English proficiency. And the gateway to do that is via many exams. It could be TOEFL, IELTS, and if you want to study outside, you may have to clear SAT if you're applying to American universities, and even Indian universities nowadays accept SAT scores. So I am here with my everyday mission, where I take up barely 10 to 15 words, new English words. And right now I'm concentrating on idioms, because idioms are pithy statements. You can say a lot in one phrase. So basically, idioms are just like a small phrase. And when you talk and when you use that phrase, when you keep lacing your argument or your conversation with it, or you just throw in an idiom here and idiom there, your language gets that extra fizz. Your language becomes extra engaging. And yes, you become a good communicator, you become a good interactor, and it gives you an added confidence too. So here I am on my mission to help you learn idioms, make it easier for you. So I bring to you not just idioms, plus if you don't want to use an idiom, the English synonyms for that. And I'm trying to bring more and more synonyms to you. So lately I'm trying to take the vocabulary through synonyms of the idioms. And idioms are a must. If you can learn them and use them, wonderful for you. But yes, I do want to caution you, just having vocabulary or just having a big bang doesn't help unless you learn to use them, unless you practice with them, unless you use them. Okay, so only by putting anything to good use, you become adept at it, you become skilled at it, you become qualified at it. Okay, and then only your language will make an impact. So it's wonderful to make it take slow and small, tiny steps. So every day, if you learn some words, use them, practice them, give yourself that environment. Wonderful, you will be inching closer to your goal. And once the confidence is there, IELTS cracking will not need a few hours, believe me. Once you've done English, then you're very close to your journey. You are very close to your. So those who know English, I claim to carry you through within 2 days. Within 2 days, believe me, it's not a difficult task. You just have to learn the hacks then. Okay, so here we are. I begin with my drive, and I will start taking up the idioms today. And today the that I have brought are with the theme of environment. Yeah, so I try to theme my idioms usually with one or the other theme. So today I'm going to take up idioms which have the theme as environment. Okay, so breathe new life into something. So what is breathing new life into something? I'll present the screen. Okay, I'll just present the yeah. Mm, sure. Okay, so just hold on, I'll bring my. Okay, so we are on episode 92 today. Okay, so breathe new life into something. So what does it mean? You can guess the meaning. It's so obvious. You breathe new life, like a person or thing or something was dead, had no life, but now you're breathing new life into it. To revitalize or restore energy to a situation or project. To revitalize, to rejuvenate, to refresh, to invigorate, to renew. Okay, so how many words? You revitalize, you rejuvenate, you refresh, you invigorate, and you renew. Okay, so that means you do that. It could be to a situation, it could be to a project, it could be anything. How will you use it? The new recycling program really breathed new life into the community's efforts to reduce waste. Okay, so it literally breathed a new life. You know, when you use an idiom, your language becomes visual, metaphorical, and so it becomes more, goes more on showing, which is always impactful. Next idiom is can't see the forest for the trees. You to be so focused on the small details that you miss the bigger picture. Okay, I like that. To be so focused on the small details that you miss the bigger picture. So, what are the synonyms? Can't see the forest or trees. Oh my God, interesting. Okay, so miss the big picture, to be blind to the obvious, to focus on the minutiae, to get lost in details. So, at times we get so engrossed into minor, finer details that we lose the concept of the entire bigger picture, the bigger frame. So it's great to be focused, but you should be quite aware of it. You should be mindful of it, where you're concentrating and what you're forgetting. So you can't be unmindful of the bigger details, right? So this is interesting. It's new to me. So environmental activists, we are using it in a sentence. Environmental activists sometimes can't see the forest for the trees, worrying about small issues instead of addressing climatic change as a whole. Yeah, so what happens is we look around in our vicinity, in our circle, close proximity, perhaps geographical proximity, and we don't take cognizance of the other larger issues or other bigger issues that maybe go to add on to the situation. So it's very important not to forget the forest for the trees. Okay, we go to the next, a drop in the ocean. Now this is a common one, I'm sure you guys have used this earlier. A drop. What does that mean? A drop in the ocean means a very small part of something much larger, something insignificant in comparison. Okay, so like there are bigger things, but you are doing just minute thing. So it is comparison to something. It is a relative thing. A drop in the ocean. It's a flea bite. It's a trifling amount. It's a small contribution. It's a minor part, insignificant factor. Okay, maybe your contribution to the environment, you think a drop is in, it's like a drop in the ocean, but I insist it's little tiny drops that make the ocean. Okay, so never feel insignificant about anything. Moreover, don't think too much that you are the ocean also, right? So you have to take cognizance in the right manner, in the right balance. So I love the synonyms. Please crane your ears and take note of them. It's a flea bite, it's a trifling amount, small contribution, a minor part, insignificant factor. Okay, we'll use it in the sentence. While every bit of it's only a drop in the ocean compared to the amount of waste generated daily. You can't believe it. We human beings lay around so much waste. Okay. So next is in hot water, that is in trouble or facing difficulties, often due to poor decisions or actions. What are the synonyms? In trouble, in predicament, facing difficulties, in a tight spot. Four English synonyms. What are they? You're in trouble, you're in predicament, you're facing difficulties, you're in a tight spot. So what is the usage in the sentence? The company found itself in hot water after being accused of toxic waste into the river. And what's the next one? Throw caution to the winds. So that is to act recklessly with or without regard for purposes. When you become careless, you become too bindas. So you're throwing caution to the winds. Okay, so you act recklessly. You take you disregard warning. You are reckless. You act foolishly. So it depends on the context which exact synonym will apply. So when you're throwing caution to the wind, are you taking, are you acting recklessly? When you're throwing caution to the wind, are you disregarding warnings? Okay, and are you throwing caution to the wind? Are you becoming reckless? Or last one, are you acting foolishly? So how will you use it in a sentence? Some people throw caution to the wind by ignoring environmental regulations in their eagerness to expand them. Okay, next is make mountain of a molehill. Now, this is very interesting. Rai ka pahad banana. To exaggerate or overemphasize a minor issue, seem more significant. So, you exaggerate, you overemphasize, you inflate, you magnify, you dramatize. So, you see the English synonyms. If you want to emphasize, which people do very often, more often than not, they do it. Why? They want bloat up an issue, they want to make it a big deal of it. So you're exaggerating. When you're overemphasizing something which is not required, and then you are making mountain of a molehill. Maybe at times you inflate a situation while doing it, while you are in a team. One person could inflate something to the ignorance of other important issues. Okay. Now I'm going to stop sharing. Yes, and I will be telling you a story using all these idioms. You have to pay attention to me and see that you understand these. Is that okay? Here we go. Okay. So here we go. Okay. In a small town known for its beautiful parks and clear rivers, a group of environmentalists decided to implement a new recycling initiative. They aimed to breathe new life into the community's recycling efforts, which had dwindled over the years. So you're getting the new words? There it is dwindled, which had lessened. During a community meeting, the town's mayor expressed concerns about the cost of the program. We just don't have the funds, he said. Some residents worried that they were so focused on the cost that they couldn't see the forest for the trees. Okay. We need to think about the long term environmental benefits, one activist pointed out. I just love, another idiom which would be foolish. What was this? Pound foolish and penny wise. I'm just getting jumbled. Penny wise and pound foolish. Now I get it right. So you don't see the trees for the forest. Okay. We are only contributing a drop in the ocean compared to the pollution we face daily. The activist continued. So we are contributing what? Only a drop in the ocean by recycling the waste. The amount of pollution that is there is gigantic, is mammoth, it's too much. So I'm not exaggerating. I'm not making a mountain of a molehill. Okay. Next, the mayor then suggested a fundraiser, but some residents were hesitant, choosing instead to throw caution to the wind and continue using non-recyclable materials. There are always in the society some people who will generally say no, who will generally criticize, who will generally put you down, who will generally find some loophole. Never mind, the world goes on. Both kinds of people are there. Okay, yes, it is your choice where you want to be. As the debate continued, one resident exclaimed, what did the resident exclaim? Okay, so here we are. The resident exclaimed, uh, we are making a mountain of a molehill. This program can help secure a better future for our children. Inspired by this understanding, the community decided to support the initiative. They organized various events to raise awareness and funds. As time went on, the town implemented the new recycling initiative, that even small contributions could lead to meaningful change in their environment. Never mind the drops in the ocean, but the drops in the ocean. So, with this, I end my show today, and I'll bring more idioms tomorrow, more English words tomorrow, perhaps more new things. No, we'll stick to environment. It's a wonderful rainy season here in the country. So let's talk about environment more, because rains bring with them floods, rains bring with them havoc, but we can't do without rains. That's the way life goes on. I'll see you again tomorrow on this